And we are getting underway. Also worth noting is that the opening sequences for both games have been skipped, so that you don't have to worry about any of the usual shenanigans there. And both are runners making the common move, crossing over to A Link to the Past.
It looks like they're doing the same check. See what's on the island and then starting at the house.
That's a good way to start off. We see missiles there. Probably not going to go back for those, but you never know. And we've got bombs for the tree pull. That's always good to see.
Uncle has power bombs.
Always a nice thing to find. We just need to find a system to deliver said power bombs, which unfortunately we cannot do without the morph ball.
Yep, that elusive morph ball. Where's it gonna be tonight? We had super missiles in the sanctuary. Those are gonna be quite useful.
Always one of the strongest weapons that can be used in Super Metroid. And outside of having the full charge ice wave plasma combination, 60 of them are the fastest method for taking down Mother Brain. So we're heading on up to do the AGA 1 Lumberjack check.
Please don't let it be an AGA 1 seed.
And the verdict is in.
Moon Pearl.
God, that's something
Oh
round.
my
We're gonna
gosh.
have to at some point. That's gross. But at least we know where it is. Now the question is, where are we gonna find the required equipment? Because we need at least 2 swords or 1 sword and a cape, plus the lamp to be able to challenge AGA 1, plus the boots to jar that tree open. The most recent version of the A Link to the Past Randomizer took the bomb upgrades out of the item pool and made them purchasable. Here, they're still in the item pool, and for me, that's a welcome sight because I love picking up those upgrades.
Especially when they become very useful. Looks like Pikapals has been picking up some more bombs from our favorite bomb tree.
He's already set for the short haul between Kakariko and South Shore.
Yep. Let's see what Blind Huts has to give to us today. Our first sword.
Well, that's one check mark off the list.
Oh, and there's the lamp.
2. It's also dark room access. When the shelf open in Hyrule Castle, you can now check this dark room in the sewers, and we got a shield.
And they can also explore a little bit of Eastern Palace in some of the areas where it's dark at.
Yeah, but I have a feeling our runners know the dark rooms. But if you're looking for dark rooms today, that's going to be another scene. The 10 arrow upgrade, there's only one of those. Our first missile pack has been picked up. So now the question is, what's the bottle vendor selling today?
Just power bombs.
Surprised they're letting him sell that in town. But now we're into the chicken coop.
Just some more missiles.
You probably won't see those used as much on the Super Metroid side, especially with super missiles just being that much more powerful, except for fighting Phantoon, because super missiles will enrage that boss.
Surprisingly enough, ever since I've been playing Super Metroid for as long as I could remember, I did not know that until I started doing speed gaming. Oops.
Well, I've used a few different strategies against that boss on my own. I did not see what was at library. That was rather quick, and I just missed it.
Yeah, that was too fast for me.
We'll see it on Ivan's side as he's stockpiling. Didn't have the money for buying bombs, so he's using this back. Oh,
Power bombs.
thank you to our. Yep, power bombs. Thank you to our tracker, Revolving Ocelot. As now the race game, Pikapals is just jumping in blind.
Ooh, there's our gloves.
I was just about to say I like this play because it's a mini gamble that can pay off if it's a progression item. That mini gamble just paid off over checking.
I don't know. I have a feeling that Kakariko has been very kind to our players today.
The Power Glove's opening up back of Escape, and that's exactly where Pikapals is going, and that's a 3-item check. And if one of those 3 is a key, you have access to the sewer chest that way. Now,
Ooh,
Ivan's going to lose a small amount of time here, because he's going to check it first, then he's going to go around and race it.
Ooh, there's our
got the boots.
It's time to go fast.
Those power bombs in the library might be worth picking up, because if you don't find morph ball bombs, you're going to be using a lot of power bombs after you get the morph ball.
The elusive morph ball. I sometimes wonder where it can be.
A number of crazy places.
Speaking of our Phantoon conversation we were saying earlier, I usually have this weird combination that if Phantoon is ornery or pain, that usually means Ridley is going to be a pain. I don't know, it's just my combination luck when I play those two.
Meanwhile, we did find a reserve tank on Pikapal's side that is going to be useful on the Super Metroid side. When Samus is at full health, that will fill up to 100, and that'll be a backup for when needed.
What does... We have a shield. Half magic, that is nice.
Oh, that's always welcome.
And flippers!
I'm starting to wonder if there is something up in the Zora's domain area that we can get at present. I know we don't have the rupees to see the big fish himself, but that doesn't mean there's still not something potentially worthwhile at the other 3 checks.
When has the Zora Fish King ever been nice?
Once in a blue moon.
Exactly. Ice Rod Cave had nothing. Just some rupees, but that's about it. But we are going to see what the dam has.
Pikapals did not go this way yet. But
Nope.
I think he's heading that way now. This is an interesting routing that he uses where he'll also route in Agana Cave this way sometimes.
Well, it looks like the dam didn't really have anything useful. 3 bombs and 50 rupees.
We're really just one item away from being able to access Castle Tower at this point already, and we're not even 11 minutes into the seed.
Oh, I have a feeling it's gonna troll us.
That's certainly a possibility. Is Pikapals going right for Agina Cave, not letting that location sit for too long. Oh, that's a good one. That's the Spazer Beam. That'll up Samus's beam firepower on the Super Metroid side. And Pikapals is running towards Sahasrara and Eastern. I like this play because it's at the minimum, you're going to get 5 chests to check, 6 if the boss isn't holding something. Let's see. Piece of art. Ooh, a rupee hoard. 300 rupees. He's almost at Zora money with that one check right there. Ivan, on the other hand, is taking a swim. He's swimming for Hobo.
Let's see if he's friendly today and gives us something good. Oh, it looks like Pikapals is also gonna dip into Eastern Palace. Have they done a map check to see if Eastern Palace is actually a
crystal? I was just about to ask. I have not seen one. Hobo's carrying some rockets.
There's our blue mail. That's a nice upgrade for Link.
Always is. Half damage. Always a welcome thing to have, especially knowing that you're going to be having to climb Castle Tower at some point. If it's earlier and you have to do it with 4 hearts, that blue mail will be invaluable. I've had to do an Aga 1 climb, green mail, 4 hearts. That's not fun.
Ooh, Titan mitts at the waterfall ferry.
Seems like my hunch about there being something there was right on the money. Maybe Pikapals held off because he wanted to get all 4 checks in at the same time.
There's just missiles on the ledge, though. I hardly doubt those are going to be picked up.
Yep, those are probably just going to sit there. There's our Master Sword, and there is our access to Castle Tower.
Even though this is an Aga 1 seed, it's being a very generous Aga 1 seed. Oh, and there's our bow! So Ivan can actually finish Eastern Palace if Eastern Palace is a crystal, and it is!
Red
and it
crystals at Tower of Hera, green pendant desert.
So Pikapals made a pretty good gamble on coming to Eastern Palace without checking his map.
He certainly did. But for Ivan, it paid off even. Oh, there's the ice rod. Does that mean we're going to have to fight a Trinex at some point?
I bet you Ivan is probably gonna go do Eastern Palace now, since he knows it's a crystal. Ivan will have a better chance at doing it since he has the bow. He can actually complete it. While Pikapals is missing that bow to make it a lot easier for him. I mean, it's still able to be completely finished, but who wants to do sword swing attacks on the Armos?
Nope, and you have got red Igors that you cannot beat without the bow, so the bow is certainly required for the dungeon.
Yep. I mean, he was smart enough to check to see if possibility there was that Master Sword in there. But at the same time, I wonder if there could have been other checks that could have led him a better chance of getting to Eastern Palace and do it one way instead of 2 times.
Yeah, I think the way Ivan's going about it is going to allow Ivan to not have to double dip this dungeon, but even so, when Pikapals finds the mirror, whenever that may be, he could just go through Palace of Darkness, mirror then, and finish up Eastern, and it's not too big of a loss, comparatively speaking.
No, especially since Eastern Palace is pretty easy to do.
You believe Pikapals is setting up a death warp? Just be careful not to die before. Okay, there we go. And it's a map. And we got a guard here to finish the job. I do like this Death Warp strategy because it takes him back to the start of Hyrule Castle, and he's going to go from here right into the Castle Tower climb.
For some reason, I'm getting this odd feeling that after Aga has been defeated, we're going to either find our mirror on the ledge or something that's going to help us with Dark World access.
Probably, and it could be the hammer, too. Or we could just wind up finding Morph Ball.
That would be something. I keep forgetting that this is a Super Metroid combination, because all we've been is doing Link to the Past for a while.
I find that that's how a number of these seeds begin, generally speaking, is that they begin with a Link to the Past checks and a number of them until they dry up, and then the runners switch back over.
I actually watched a speed game run earlier, and Super Metroid was actually the one that had everything for once.
Guess that depends on the seed, as one of the guards runs himself off the ledge. Now that can happen if the guard is chasing Link.
Nice speed run by Ivan.
Yep, Ivan has his spin dashes on point today. And that's the version 1.0 trick that, within a one-frame window, allows our runners to move with dash properties through a screen. Now, the only downside to that is you can't swing your sword until you hit the dash button again, but then you lose the spin speed, and you can also lose the spin speed by taking damage. Got Pikapals closing in on Aghanim, while Ivan's closing in on the Armos. Very good kill of the Armos Knights as Ivan has his first crystal. Here's Aghanim for Pikapals. Now, the way the RNG works for this fight is that it's set for both runners, and the pattern goes something like this. Your first shot is always going to be red. Shots 2, 3, and 4 have a 50-50 chance of being red or blue. Shot 5 is lightning, and then the pattern repeats itself. Hopefully, for our runner's sake, no blue balls today.
I always like to take a guess of maybe 3 blue balls. There's one.
Still a good cycle 1. Still have a chance at a 2 cycle here, which is always ideal. There is an optimization that Pikapals is utilizing by making sure that he's able to send Aghanim back towards the center of the screen, which cuts back on the teleport time. Well, except when he's along the side of the corner, then there's nothing you can do. And it doesn't matter on that hit anyway if Aghanim is down.
Let's see what we have over here on the ledge. Has to be something that helps him get back to... And it's hammer! Hammer time!
Are you sure about that? Because...
Oh no, that's
the cane of Samaria!
Wow!
That's still a very helpful item that's going to be in all likelihood necessary. But for now, it's just something that Pikapals is going to hold on to as he goes to get the Moon Pearl.
Ooh, he's finally gonna go after his bow.
Ivan taking a death. Did he make it down to the bottom? Maybe he felt that there was nothing down there. Either way, he begins his castle tower climb. That's pretty much what I was thinking it was. Thank you, Ocelot.
So now we have Dark World access, since Pikapals has the Moon Pearl.
Pikapals does have to head over to the Waterfall of Wishing to get the Titan's bits, though. But instead, he's going up Death Mountain.
Yep. What's the old man gonna have for us?
Now, whether the old man has any sort of progression or just a junk item, as they're often referred to, after doing this, our runners will be able to restart on the Link to the Past side up at Death Mountain, and there's a portal up here for Norfair access.
Ooh, that's the X-ray scope. So that means if they get the plasma beam, we have microwave beam.
That's always fun to use, but there's one more beam we need for that, and that's the charge beam.
I would love to see ourselves microwave the shrimp.
Whether it's deep fried or microwaved, it's always a fun strat to use. Pikapal's getting our Spectacle Rock item.
What's the first item inside? Ooh, it's the upgrade to the Temper Sword.
That would be... Yep, we got ourselves the Tempered Sword, aka the Bacon Sword. One of the best offensive items in the game, as it really speeds everything up, including all boss fights across the game, except for Blind, which is a static 1 damage for whatever is able to hit him.
9 hits total, 3 per head.
Yep, first boss I ever took on swordless with a hammer.
We learned that you actually can use the blue cane of Brian to attack Blind.
That's always fun. Okay.
Ivan's not having very much fun with Aga.
Ivan is having worse RNG than Pikapals. Maybe there was something I missed. Okay, we'll call that a derp on me.
Haha, I got my count over on Ivan. He did 3.
You did. That means he's gonna have a third cycle at the minimum.
Oh, 4 now. Seriously, Aga?
Aghanim,
You're driving.
Yeah, at this point, Aghanim's just being a real pooper for Ivan. Now, Pikapals is in Ranger. He could farm enemies for the remaining 7 rupees so he can get the King Zora item. The question is, we don't know what the Zoras drop here.
5. 5 blue balls.
That's just unfortunate luck. He'll get his Cane of Samaria here, but then he's definitely piecing out for his Moon Pearl, and then, in all likelihood, into the Dark World.
There's our crystal look. 6 is a red crystal. Blind
That's an Ice
is
Palace.
a pendant. Oh, Turtle Rock is also a pendant. So we might not see Turtle Rock this seed.
Now, Pikapals is trying, but the Zoras are just not dropping any money whatsoever.
Trolling.
Trolling extremely hard, and with Tempered Sword, I don't think there's a way to stun the Zoras, so there's really no way to get a stun prize off them per se, and we don't even know what that is, so... Yeah, this is just bad luck.
He's still having bad luck even with creatures outside here.
Octoroks aren't bailing him out either. So maybe just respawn the room?
Ooh, there he goes.
There's 5, 2 left. Come on. Come on, game. Give him what he wants. So we can get what we want.
Ivan's doing the same play Pikapals did earlier. Fortunately, we know there's not much there except on Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, unfortunately, if he's looking for additional Dark World access way to get over to the east side and East Dark Death Mountain, he's not going to find it. I mean, he could check one location in down in Norfair if he so chose, but I don't think he's going to do that because it's just one check, and that's not always worth it. Oh, there's a big 20. We're good.
Okay,
Is
so
Ivan going to hover?
Yep. And he
And
succeeded.
he got it first try. Now, that's a very tough, precise trick to do in A Link to the Past. It's like your inputs are within a 1-frame window to pull it off.
Yeah, that's something I can't do.
Ditto that.
Zora, nice! Oh my
King
gosh!
Zora, not a scam today. That's a fire rod. So now, Pikapals has access to the back of Skull Woods. That could be something easily, but do you really want to fight Mocula and 4 Hearts?
I'm kind of wondering, since this was an Aga 1 seed, are we getting trolled that we also might have a pedestal seed?
I don't know about that, as Pikapals gets the bow.
I hate to see that. I hate to see it being a pedestal seed because that means this is going to be a long race.
Well, I've done a few all dungeon seeds on the Link to the Past side, and yes, those can be long. But when you add in Super Metroid stuff, yeah, it can be long. But for right now, everything is on the Link to the Past side, so it could be a while before we see anything significant on the Super Metroid part.
Ivan is gonna go
Ivan
to.
is heading for Catfish.
Yep, he's heading for Catfish. And Pikapals is gonna go into Skull Woods.
Best bet for Ivan is that Catfish has the mirror so we can pop over to the light world and get that fire rod. Because otherwise, it is a long walk to get back there a second time. And we got catfished. So far, nothing in Skull Woods, but that's just the front part of it. The middle portion has one chest that will be easily accessible with the Cane of Samaria compared to the vanilla setup. Now, Ivan's making the run for Palace of Darkness. I like this play. Oh, there's the Quake Medallion for Pikapals, so there was definitely something in Skull Woods.
Is Misery Mire gonna be a quick medallion? Or is it gonna troll us and do either?
That all depends. Will we have to go that way? And there is a Super Metroid portal within the Mire area, so there's more than one way to get there. Pikapals is going straight for the back of Skull Woods, and I like this decision to go straight for Mothula, because if Mothula has the item, then you're done with the dungeon. 4 hearts will make this tough, even with Blue Mail, but I think Pikapals can pull this off.
And there goes Mothia.
Easy peasy.
And
he
got
made
the
that
big
fight look trivial.
Now, is that big chest holding something?
That's a possibility, and it is on the way out of the dungeon. But there is that one chest in the back of the dungeon that he's going to have a look at first, of which I can't blame him for doing it this way, because you're right here, why not? As Ivan is setting up for another Death Warp, Pod without Mirror is very heavy on Death Warps.
Mushroom.
And speaking of Death Warps, we got another one on Pikapal's side. Didn't see if he got to the chest, though.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I was only paying attention to Ivan.
As Pikapals is currently making his exit. It was a map, so the big chest definitely has something. There's a couple of ways of going about getting to this big chest. One of them is the one that is about to be attempted, is a bomb jump. This bomb jump with boots is a 6-pixel window with a bonk. Without boots or without bonking, it is a 2-pixel window. That is definitely needed. The fire rod is the key to unlocking a major part of Super Metroid movement. So Ivan's really going to want to get that fire rod sooner rather than later. But before crossing over, some more checks from the village of Outcasts. Missiles. So Ivan is going into the dark basement.
Yeah, since
Loading
he
up
doesn't
on
have to go
rupees.
do Thieves Town, he doesn't have to do Thieves Hideout. He can.
Now I like this play by Ivan. I like he's loading up on money. And that's gonna certainly give him plenty enough to go into Zora's domain and get that rage rod.
Energy tank. That's going to be helpful.
Ivan is setting up for Hammer Yump. This is not your typical speedrunning trick in that it is double pixel perfect, and he set that up extremely quick. A number of runners will use numerous pause buffers to pull that up. Ivan only needed a couple. That's amazing.
Okay, why is Pikapals doing the arrow game?
Money for the digging game, and we got the charge beam.
Wait, did he just bounce out of Palace of Darkness?
He did because he didn't have the hammer.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's right.
because he got charged, and also the charge beam is major progression for Super Metroid because now he doesn't have to worry about running out of ammo against bosses, especially Ridley, because now that's a key point in putting Ridley into logic. I'm surprised Ivan isn't going right for Zora's domain here.
Yeah, we had a kind of a bust on the digging game. It was just a single arrow.
The validation arrow, as they call it, technically a unique item, even though it's uniquely disappointing.
We have Pikapals taking a journey with the frog.
And an energy tank now. The first few of those you find for Super Metroid do count as progression in this sense. You need 3 of them to defeat Mother Brain. We're definitely past that point between that and the reserve tanks, but it is worth noting that 3 is the minimum.
Hype Cave.
That's nice. Space jump! Heart container, finally up to 5, finally up to 6. Well, that was a pretty good hype cave. I mean, I just saw a really good one in the Link to the Past Rando Daily that was going on prior to this. So
Okay,
the standards are high, but that's definitely non-zero hype.
Ivan's not making any sense right now. Why is he dipping into Thieves' Hideout? I get there's a couple of chests that are access, but is it really going to be worth it unless there's something major in here? I don't know if it's worth it to go into Thieves' Hideout when it's a
4
pendant.
chests can have up to 3 potential progression items here. One of them will be the big key because that's how the dungeon's logic works. But even so, those 3... Oh, what?
Silver arrows on the smith! Oh my gosh!
And he did that without the mirror. Yes, you can take the blacksmith and purple chest with you through a save and quit, and in this case, it worked out beautifully for Pikapals as Ivan takes another death warp. And with that, I think Pikapals might be heading for Palace of Darkness. He's not gonna find what he's after, per se, in terms of, is the hammer here? No. But he is gonna be pleased with what he does find. I'll say that much. Now, I did just think of something. Now, while you cannot complete Ice Palace without the hammer, you do have the means for going there now. It's not a play that's typically pays off, especially when you don't have hammer, but I've seen strange things happen, and that's part of Randomizer, so there could be something there. Health-wise, Pikapals is not in bad shape considering a Death Warp is coming. Ivan's about to get his space jump here, and when he turns the blacksmith in, he'll have silver arrows.
Ivan still needs to go after the fire rod.
That is right. It's all good in terms of what he's getting, but in terms of what he needs, something's still not quite there.
Unless he's not too concerned yet about going into Super Metroid and he's just trying to play it safe with all the Link to the Past checks.
He might be, because right now the Link to the Past checks are paying off big dividends with major items from both games. So right now it seems to me this is the place to be.
Pikapals is going to run into the same problem. He's not going to be able to finish this dungeon either because he does not have that hammer. So he's got 2 dungeons with crystals that he's gonna have to come back in and finish. Ivan, what are you doing? No, don't do that.
Well, I can't fault him for it per se because it's a fairly short check because Skullwoods isn't that big. But the problem is there's an item in here that he can't get that he needs. And once he puts all the dots together, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, because he'll have to come back a second time to get the big key chest. And it's a long walk over to Zora, especially when you have to go to Light World, then back to Dark World.
I do like the way he went about it, though. He went right for the big key item. Pikapal's not going for Hammer Yump. He's just heading right into Dark Maze.
Dark Maze isn't too scary when you have your lamp. Wow, I just had a brain fart there.
It happens to all of us. And as he does get the charge beam, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a save and quit in 3, 2, yep. So with that save and quit...
Ooh, he's entering Super Metroid.
Yes, he is. What he did was he did a reset after the save and quit to start here. And with the progression he has, he's going to be able to make some pretty significant moves. And I think that was a red mail on the bumper cave ledge as Pikapals is heading for Super Metroid's Gauntlet.
Yep. And with Gauntlet, he has to be careful because he does not have a lot of life. And he has to make sure his power bombs hit correctly so that they do get the blocks blown away. Or he could be standing in some acid for quite a bit.
Now, Space Jump is his ally in that regard because it's going to allow him to hover over the acid.
Okay, so it looks like Ivan left Skull Woods, and now he's taking the chest on a little ride. Is it gonna be our lucky day? Or is it just gonna be something that's gonna be bleh, like it usually is?
Yeah, purple chest usually doesn't pay out. Well,
Give us a heart.
Well, I wouldn't call that bad by any stretch of the imagination. Probably not what he's after, but... Okay.
Gauntlet has nothing.
Gauntlet is complete and utter cheeks.
That's sad. Here's a Gauntlet pays off. And there's only a heart piece at the first energy tank location.
Ivan's checking out the goods over at Agina's cave, and he gets the Spazer Beam. Now, one thing to note is that with Spazer and Plasma Beam, you have to turn them on manually because in Super Metroid, those two beams are not compatible.
You can't use both those beams, right?
Right. I mean, there is a way to technically creating the murder beam effect that you might see on some Mother Brain fights, but it's pretty precise, and if you mess it up, consequences are had.
Oh, it looks like Pikapals tried to do the mock ball trick and he didn't succeed. Or nope, he just decided to check and see what was down below and it was just missiles.
Nah, I think he might go back to it, but he's just doing a quick safety save, because if he misses it after running out of power bombs, he has to reset as he would be soft locked.
Mushroom just gave us a reserve tank. Now Ivan is making the trip up to Zora.
Pikapals gets Mock Ball second try. Now Ivan's gonna be pleased as to what he finds, but he's also gotta feel like possibly a little behind after this. I know I would. That's just me.
And it looks like the Mock Ball gates didn't really have anything for us. Just bomb and arrow upgrades.
Yep, turns on the Spazer Beam. Great way for clearing out enemies, I might add.
Well, it's the second powerful weapon besides that plasma. Now he's gonna go find the Edicoons.
As Ivan gets his fire rod, and I can imagine he's gonna head straight for Thieves Town.
He better.
Excuse me, Skull Woods. Now I'm the one who has the brain fart.
Contagious. He
Yep.
better. I mean, for crying out loud, you got it.
Exactly.
It's easy, finish it, and it's got a great reward.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, Edicoons are not paying off at all.
Now, interesting little detail they added in Super Metroid. I didn't pick up on this until somebody else mentioned it. The Edicoons actually sing the item pickup theme.
Oh. When I first played Super Metroid, I don't know how many times I got stuck down here. And it was just like, stop going down there. It's not worth it.
Oh, nope. That heart container is about the best thing we're going to find in this part of the game. Moving on. And yes, Pico did have a bit of a save on the crumble block that went from a close call to a good save.
I'm kind of curious. Do you think any of our players are gutsy?
When you're as good as these runners are, there are times where you just have a hunch where you got to make a gamble, and for whatever reason, those gambles just pay off for those runners.
Ooh, bombos. Only reason I'm asking is that you think they might make a hell run through Norfair? They don't have enough health right now, but
That's a very good question. I
I
know
don't
hell
know.
runs are not in logic for this tournament.
What is in logic right now is wreck ship. They can go to wreck ship since they have the space jump.
That might be the play. While Pikapals is exploring Pink Brinstar.
Also, Kraid. They can defeat Kraid. He's in logic because, heck, you don't need very much anything to defeat Kraid. Usually it's the high jump boots, but you got space jump. And you got tons of missiles. Okay, be smart, Ivan. Go get your big chest.
Oh,
No!
very astute. That puts Norfair straight in logic.
But did you see what Ivan did?
Ivan?
He did not go check the big chest in
Ivan,
Skullwoods.
dude, that is a not like this moment if I ever saw one.
Oh my gosh, that is so crushing. Because he's ahead by one dungeon over in Link to the Past. All he needed was that morph ball. He can't go anywhere now. Oh, Ivan.
Truly a not like this moment, folks.
Please, Pikapals, do something smart. Go beat Kraid. Go to wreck ship. Go explore Norfair. Do something smart.
What Ivan did is he left behind the Skullwoods big chest, which has the morph ball.
So in a way, you could say, yeah, he's soft lock. Morph ball was in Skullwood's big chest, and the only way you could get it was by defeating the boss, because the boss had the big key.
Yeah, truly is a painful break, but we do get another check on the Link to the Past side with that fairy in a bottle. Could that be enough to kick Ivan back over there? I can hope, because he still needs to clear that.
Ice Beam! Ice Beam! The Metroids are going to be easy to defeat. I hate it when people don't find the Ice Beam. Who wants to do 3 freaking power bombs to destroy the freaking Metroids?
I mean, that can technically be in logic if you have power bombs but no ice beam, but you do need a bit more health to pull it off.
Yeah. I've done it a couple of times, and it's not easy. Because you really have to let those Metroids sit on you, and all 3 of them? That's quite a bit. Nice climb right there, Pikapals. What are you doing, Ivan? Oh, he's making my make me want to bite my nails. Please go get your big chest.
Meanwhile, Pikapals in the Billy Mays room picks up super missiles, but wait, there's more missiles, and we'll pass.
He's not. Oh my gosh, Ivan's gonna kick himself in the rear when he sees this.
Oh my, yeah. What sick kid got?
just missiles.
This is not an easy jump the Pikapals has to make to get out of this water, because the game just does not let you have enough momentum. If you get there, okay, there we go.
Okay, is Ivan going after his big chest? Please, 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 please. No! Go up north!
Oh, shoot. I think Pikapals might be soft locked because he needs a power bomb. He might have to reset here.
He did. Oh, no.
I can't blame him, but I think those boulders you could destroy before they break apart, but I don't think they drop power bombs. So, unfortunately for him, that was a 2 power bomb climb. So now he's going to have to go back and, well, there is a positive here. He knows where to go, where progression is, and where it isn't. So he's going to save himself some time getting back to that point. However, he's going to need to be very leery on his power bombs.
Okay, he knows there's a heart piece down below by Edikun, so I wonder why he's going back down to Edikun's, unless he's doing what I think he's doing. He's farming. Yep, he's farming.
That's exactly what I was thinking, because those enemies that resemble Hopper Metroids from Prime 3 drop a lot of power bombs and at a very high rate. So in terms of a farming spot, that is certainly a good one.
Ivan, I still have no idea what he's doing. He's clearing Thieves' hideout now, which makes no sense.
I cannot blame him, because this, as a random runner, this is the worst feeling in the world. That feeling where you've definitely backed out on something, you're not sure where. Maybe he finds something good here, like the plasma beam or the screw attack. But we just know that it's not going to be what's needed to get it done.
Oh, he needs to put his spacer back on.
That is one thing you actually have to do.
Yeah. At least he gets it in one shot over here at the shortcut for the super
spore
missiles.
spawn skip.
Now it's gonna make me want to do that every time I play Super Metroid. Oh, don't say food.
Line to the puns.
Blind made a tease about food and Morning sickness is not agreeing with me.
That just sounds like an awful experience. Yeah,
exactly.
Well, Pikapals is headed that way. Just be careful in the power bomb usage is the only thing I can suggest.
Well, he has to use a power bomb here automatically to get through, and he has to use another power bomb to get through again. So he's in the same situation. He's down to 2 power bombs.
However,
he needs 1 to blow the whole area up, 1 to get up. He's back in the same situation. He needs at least 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think 3 is the minimum, or he's going to have to kill some of these enemies and hope for a drop. I don't think their power bomb drop rate is very good, if my memory is correct. Or he's going back here just for the energy tank, and that's it.
Welcome, Andy. And Miss Metroid. I just saw them in our chat. And for the people that are behind on us, what we keep talking about with poor Ivan, he left the morph ball in the big chest in Skull Woods. And we keep thinking he's going to go back and get it, and he avoids it all the way.
I mean, I can't blame him for going into Ice Palace because the logic opening is definitely there. However, Not.
Palace is just a pendant, I thought. No, it is a crystal. That's right, it's a crystal.
Yeah, it's crystal, and unless the hammer's here, he's not going to be able to finish.
He's going to be in the same situation that... Oh, wait. I was thinking Pikapals was going to go back through that same area again and get himself soft-locked again. He doesn't have to. He knows what's up there.
Ivan is setting up for bomb jump.
Where are you going, Pikapals? Are you going to go take the shortcut back to Link to the Past? Are you going to go check out our bomb chorizo? Or are you going to go over to Rex ship? There are so many things he can do in Super Metroid. It's flabbergasting right now.
Oh no, Ivan just fell off the ledge. He has to do the bomb jump again. Or is he going to hover it?
He's hovering.
Yeah, he's hovering and he's converting.
Ocelot's right. We could just bomb jump. We can just hover. Who wants to do the bomb jumps? Oh, don't get mad at that thing. It's not doing anything to you.
Outside of getting in the way.
Yep, he's single check bomb chorizo.
His only way out is by performing the Alcatraz escape, however.
Well, maybe. Depends on what those guys give you. Those little flying bats, they can give you a power bomb if you're lucky. I guess he's not going to try it.
Yeah, it looks like he...
Okay, what are you doing, Ivan? You can't finish this dungeon.
Well, he got the Alcatraz escape first try. He's working his way around to Ice-T, and then he's going to have one more chest check after that. Other than that, it's a save and quit.
Yeah.
So don't die now.
I don't know. I kind of feel sorry for when they have to double dip into dungeons.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it, but sometimes it's unavoidable because the logic sometimes likes to do mean things.
Ooh, power bomb location. Power bomb cliff. I'm not sure what it's called. I just know that power bombs usually sit up here.
Yep, they're the only criteria power bombs, too. It's worth noting. Ooh, Ivan almost slid into spikes. But then he runs into the fire bar.
He's got a fairy. Remember, he picked up the fairy bottle down in Criteria before he had to leave. And then there was just missiles up here in the acid power bomb. He's gonna have to hover here because we don't have the hook shot.
There's also the reverse Ice Palace bomb jump. That's a pretty tight window to set up.
Pikapals is gonna take the advice that I was talking about, and he's gonna go figure out that ship.
On the hover.
There's a red potion.
Samus won't have any use for that, unfortunately for her, but Link will certainly have use for it.
Did you see that little red jellyfish? It was like following him.
Yeah, that red jellyfish was certainly making that interesting.
Bloomerang below in the water.
All hail. Ivan, you don't have hammer. Unfortunately, that's the end of the line for that dungeon.
Okay,
Not
Ivan.
a bad idea, but the odds of that paying off are generally not very good.
Ivan, where are you going? Please tell me you're not going to go into Norfair. You're going into Norfair.
Yep, he's going into Norfair.
Golly, he is kicking me in the butt. Ugh.
Actually, hold that thought. He is heading up through Brinstar. I'm not sure what he's got in mind here, but Pikapals
He can't
looks to
go
be
anywhere.
setting up to be going against Phantoon. Now, there's a number of different strats I've seen for the Phantoon fight. I'm wondering what one Pikapals is going to go for. He can't use X Factor, no Wave Beam. But there's still the missile strats that are out there.
Ivan is kind of locked. He's going to have to go backwards. X-ray room.
I'm afraid he can't get there without the Morph Ball.
Nope. And he can't go through here. He's gonna go straight up. Okay, so he's gonna try to go up to wreck ship.
I don't think that's gonna work either, because you do have to Morph Ball at a certain point. This is not good.
He's locked. He's literally locked.
He has to go to Skull Woods. There is no other option.
Oh my gosh, he is gonna kick himself in the rear once he realizes it's been there the whole time. You can't check.
He's just glaring at... Well played on that one, Ivan. Well played.
I've been watching Ivan mess around. I forgot. Has Phantoon been mean?
3-cycle fight for Pikapals. Nicely done.
Is 3 cycles good or bad?
The optimal for that fight is 2-cycle. When you do the 19 missile 1 super strat, I still consider 3-cycle to be pretty darn good.
Okay, so that means Ridley might be nice. Come on, Ivan. Think. What did you miss? I apologize for the music being loud on the Super Metroid side. We are working on it, trying to figure out why it's loud.
Ivan checks his map. Oh, lordy. No, but I just feel bad right now because we've all been in this position. Whenever we've run a randomizer, we've obviously missed something along the way. We're trying to rack our brains figuring out what it is, and it's never anything good. Because it's something that you hate to see happen.
I have to clap my hands towards every freaking racer though. Every racer that does these, they're amazing. I mean, they're pretty amazing at all these little skips and tricks. I actually tried it. I was going to compete in the tournament because I've ran Super Metroid bunches of times, even got it beaten underneath an hour. Barely. Ridley decided to be nice to me, but barely. And I thought, oh, I could do this. And then I decided to practice. I couldn't wall jump out of the vanilla morph ball location. I couldn't wall jump out of there. And I was like, nope. I can't do it.
For me, Hondo's more my strength for Super Metroid. Anything short of that, and I'm like, well, I gotta push myself at some point.
I even get nervous playing Link to the Past, and I do Link to the Past. I can beat the game in 30 minutes. I mean, actual time, 30 minutes, I can beat the game. But when I only have 4 hearts and I'm going against blind, I'm chicken. I'm literally a chicken.
That is a very tough fight with only 3 hearts. or 4
Yeah.
hearts. Like I mean, at best 5 hearts.
Come on, Ivan, go up north. Go back to Dark World.
Ivan, you're slightly warm. I mean, very slightly warm. Like more like lukewarm.
Come on, Ivan. Please, please,
That's a
please.
good step.
Go north. Go north. Go north.
Come on. Hopefully he did not mismark anything, because the mismarked tracker is just ever so slightly warmer, I dare say, at this point, as Pikapals is clearing out attic.
Oh my gosh. Ivan. Oh, yes! Yes!
He's on the right track.
No. Keep going. Keep going.
Come on. What are you doing, Ivan? Yep, now you're on the right track.
Oh.
Warmer, I dare say. Is that the hook shot? Yes, it is. Pikapals finds the hook shot in the attic.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Woo!
That's
And
major progression.
finally,
You're on fire. Nope, now you're ice cold. That's colder.
yep.
Pikapals is gonna check the speed booster required item in Wrecked Ship. I mean, you can still check it, but it's without having access to Spring Ball or anything like that.
He forgot to check the chest down below.
Just missiles, not required, move right along. Yeah, you never checked that. He's gonna find a map and realize.
Come on, Ivan.
Frustration slashes again, like, dude, why are you saving? Oh my lord.
Oh my gosh.
Who's getting trolled harder right now? The runners? The commentators? Or everybody watching? Because we know where he's got to go. He's just not going there.
Guys, help us out, please. I wish there was something we could do, like give him, yell at him. Ugh. Leslie Pro, I love you.
That's one of Patty's emotes, by the way.
Oh my gosh. He's back in Super Metroid again. You're locked. Ivan, you're locked. Oh my gosh. So glad Pikapals is on the right move. Poor Ivan. He doesn't know what to do. You were in the right path. Okay, Pikapals is in what we like to call the coffee break spot, or the coffee break, Chozo. You could just sit there for a few minutes, drink your cup of tea, or have a little biscuit on the side. Whatever.
Ivan is still thinking it over.
X34 Morph Ball is on the big chest of Skull Woods, and Ivan has skipped it all the way.
Let's find what the gravity suit location is for today.
Just super missiles, but yay, super missiles. You need a bunch of those to give Ridley his medicine. Okay, Pikapals, are you gonna go defeat Kraid now? Or are you gonna go have fun and invade Ridley? Because those are all in logic. Wait, no. Not all. He can't do Ridley. He needs the screw attack.
I think he's checking the chest he skipped in Hyrule Castle. He was right in doing so, but... Oh boy. Pikapals taking a recharge.
Oh. 30 super missiles. Do you remember how many super missiles it takes to give Ridley his medicine? Is it 40 or is it 30?
30 of what Pikapals has without missing. However, Ridley is in logic with the charge beam.
Okay, he's gonna go through Red Brinstar, which I can see that as something. Sorry, Ivan. You're not gonna find the morph ball there. You're gonna have to go to Skull Woods. Come on, think. Even I wouldn't forget a big chest like that. But then again, I'm a player who will check all the chests, even if they're just random crap. I'm gonna check them. Because I can't do the whole tracker thing in my mind.
And we got all the medallions now, as Pikapals has found the Ether Medallion in Red Tower.
Yep. So that means Misery Mire, you're available. Because we've got everything to complete you.
As well as Turtle Rock.
Yeah, but Turtle Rock is a...
Yeah, but you need Cadence. Yeah.
Unfortunately, the seed.
And
High jump on Pikapal.
Nice, that's a helpful fund, especially with space jump.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, Zanny, if that's what he's thinking right now.
And we have Pikapals going over to check the X-ray scope location. Ivan? He might be doing this while trying to think, so I'll give him that. He's trying to think, trying to figure it out. Missiles and gets out.
I don't know what he's thinking, to be honest.
Like I've said before, rando runners have all been there. Morph was in the big chest Skull Woods, and should Ivan ever find his way there? Yeah. Safe to say the clip button's at the ready. If Pikapal's heading up to the Spazer Beam location, did not place the power bomb correctly, so he had to set a second one. What do we got? Just a bomb upgrade. Moving on.
But he is going in the right direction to do what I thought he would go do. It's in logic to go beat Kraid.
Yep, and you also got a lot of Upper Norfair in logic too.
I think Ivan might have... I have no idea what Ivan's doing now.
He might be going back to look over something. I don't know. Maybe he was thinking it over. We're getting dizzy here, Ivan. Please. Anyway, Pikapals is about to fight Kraid. There is a quick kill for this. That's pretty. The runners make it look easy, but in reality, it's pretty precise. Oh, I thought he had the setup, but Kraid is like, nope, not today. One more hit will do it. And done! Pikapals takes down Kraid fairly quickly. Well, he's in Kakariko, so that's, yeah, rechecking stuff at this point is probably a good idea. Hopefully he rechecks the right thing sooner rather than later. He already rechecked... What did the bottle vendor ever do to you, Ivan? He did, Zelda. Zelga. Blah, I can't pronounce names. He checked the fireball lock chest. It was the map. The one remaining item is in the big chest. It is the morph ball, and it is what is holding him back. Dude. Okay, he's kind of on the right track. Come on, almost there, almost there. Really almost there. Okay, now we're in the business. Blow that up, come on. Almost there. Pulls the lever. He's rounded third, headed for home, and sees the news. All the frustration slashes and dashes to be had. There we go, Ivan. There we go. Don't mind me. There is a lot of ground to make up. Yes, that is true. But Ivan has a top 10 time in the Super Metroid, in one of the major Super Metroid categories, so he can definitely make a comeback that I can see happening. But Pikapals is also a very good player in his own right, so we still got a race. It's not over until the Duns are in IRC. Can't blame him for going to Gauntlet first, but unfortunately Gauntlet has a whole lot of nothing, although that piece of heart might be helpful for the Super Metroid side. Not picking it up. Paradox Cave, so far not having a lot of goods. Oh wait, Butter Sword, I stand corrected.
Oops, I had myself on mute.
That happens to all of us.
Yeah, because I said butter sword when you said it, and you said it exactly after me.
And yes, Ivan did find the morph ball, so we are back in business.
Now he needs to go through Brinstar, get his Varia suit, beat Kraid, go back up the wreck ship, get his hook shot, and then I don't know. I would like to see.
You're gonna need hook shot to get the speed booster, as Pikapals just found it in Spiral Cave.
Oh, brother. I would actually like to see Ivan be gutsy and do a hell run. Just to see if we can get him ahead just by a little bit. Because if he finds that screw attack, he's ready for Ridley. If he finds that hammer, he could finish a couple of the dungeons off. If he finds that mirror, woo! Quick access to Dark World.
The mirror would be nice, yes.
If we find the flute, even better quick access. So I don't know, it's hard to say. Do I root for Ivan, or do I root for Pika?
I just stay neutral.
Yeah.
As Pikapals now enters Hookshot Cave.
Did you ever play Portals?
No, I never had the chance to.
Oh, crap.
Screw attack in Hookshot Cave.
That means you have to go through Wreck Ship. Unless you're gonna do what Ivan's been doing quite a bit and hoover everything. Unfortunately, Mockball location is gonna have nothing for you, or Ivan.
You know, some super missiles, but that's basically gonna be it.
Well, we have Pikapals doing the Norfair run, because now he's in logic to go beat Ridley. Crocomire. Let there be something hidden at Crocomire.
That's certainly possible at this point, because with Speed Booster, all of Upper Norfair is in logic. We do not have Gravity Suit for Ridley and Lower Norfair.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. I guess I'm used to people doing the famous lava dive. But I guess in the combo race, I don't see it very often.
Yeah, it's not in logic, so you probably wouldn't see it.
Yeah, Soul Blazer, I just realized that. I forgot. Crocomire is in logic, though.
As well as that entire area.
Uh-huh. Was the wave beam location checked? I mean, not the wave beam, the reserve tank area behind the wave.
Yeah, it was. Didn't have anything of worthy notable importance outside of health for A Link to the Past. I think it was a piece of heart, so nothing important as Ivan picks up something important, the bombos.
And I don't think there was much down here either. Yeah, the reserve tank.
Now for this room Pikapals is running out of, Speed Booster does trigger that lava trap.
Cookie Monster, the hook shot was in the attic of Wreck Ship. Yeah, it's one of those backwards bosses they would have to do. You better get that energy tank, Ivan. You're gonna need it.
Yep. And now for the wave beam location has...
It's in logic for him, Cookie Monster, for him to go direct ship after he beats Kraid.
Looks like Ivan's gonna go for the gate glitch here.
Yeah, this is the... I haven't seen... I don't think they've done it yet. I don't think Pika did this one yet, because I haven't seen the gate glitch done.
Yeah, it's certainly precise in terms of
You got it.
sound. Yep, Ivan got it. There's an audio cue of a gate opening that happens when you pull it off.
And it looks like we're gonna have... We're gonna have our... Crocomire check.
And Pikapals doing the gate glitch with missiles as Ivan picks up the Various suit.
Okay, Ivan, where are you gonna go next? Back door of Criteria. I can see him. I can see him going direct ship after this, just because it's an easy route.
It's an easy route, and you both know. And the Cookie Crumb theory has been hinting at that area for some time, so he might suspect that there's something there. He would be right to suspect such a thing as hookshot in the attic.
This stupid dragon.
Ice Beam is now in Ivan's possession. Now, I find it really satisfying to watch runners who plasma beam charge this guy. One-hit KO.
Yeah, Crocomire, he's usually mean to me.
He's usually not nice to begin with. True story, first time I faced him as a kid, I took a nap.
Oh, I died bunches of time against Crocomire before I finally figured out how to beat him. Well, at least Ivan will get stuck like Pikapals did on this location. I also remember the first time I did Crocomire, I got scared out of my wits when he came through that with the bones.
Ivan is heading up. He could be heading up to the wrecked ship, as you were alluding to. More
That
super
guy?
missiles for
Yes.
Pikapals.
That guy, yes. Ivan finally figured out where to go. He finally got his morph ball, and he's finally on track.
Ivan opts to leave that energy tank behind. He's one of the best Super Metroid players in the community, but this being Randomizer, well, I'm not going to question it. I might feel more comfortable at 4 and just going with that.
He's one of the best Super Metroid runners. Interesting. Well, I've seen some really good runners too. My first runner I watched on Super Metroid was Zosty, I think his name was.
Yep. The one and only.
Yeah, he's good. I was like, you've gotta be kidding me.
There's the mirror for Pikapals at the grapple beam spot.
Oh, brother. Sideporf, I haven't been interested into speed gaming very long. I just recently got into it. I've been a Super Metroid player and a Link to the Past player for many, many years. These two were one of my first games I have ever played. Link to the Past was my first Zelda game. I'm a huge fan of the Zelda series. But I've never did speed gaming before. So this is my first. This is actually my second commentary of speed gaming.
Yeah, Ivan's time in Hundo is a top 6 time, which is insane to think about for this game because to get a really good time in Hundo, it requires a lot of optimization in terms of movement as well as your routing. Boss execution is
Yeah.
important, but I see routing and movement being the real big factors in a good Super Metroid time. I mean, it's true for just about any speed game, but it really holds true in Super Metroid.
Oh, yeah. If you're able to fight off Ridley really easily with having barely any missiles, any super missiles, if you're able to fight off Mother Brain and survive her beam, her deadly rainbow beam, and still have like 4 or 5 energy tanks, go for it. Me, I still need at least probably what Pikapals has, maybe a couple more. And then I'm usually pretty safe.
I need to see where my safety line is for this.
Zosti, I wasn't talking any trash on anybody. I was actually praising all the runners. And I was actually praising you, Zosti, because you were the first person
There's
I
the
watched.
hammer. It was on the way to Crocomire. Holy smokes. So much of the Link to the Past side just opened up with that one find.
Oh, I feel sorry for Ivan then. He's really got to catch up now.
Just remember, folks, it is not over until the dot done is in IRC. And Pikapals is on Death Mountain. We could be seeing a play at Spike Cave. He might run into Turtle Rock, as we still need the gravity suit and the flute to finish this. In the meantime, he's in Hera. This is our first look at Hera today.
Yep, and it looks like they're going to have to do a basement run to get the master key, unless it's in this top chest.
Yep, it is 50-50.
Yep.
Nope, that is the big key. The only thing that basement could have is an item. Hopefully there's no item down there because you have to wait out the tile room auto scroller, and nobody likes doing that.
Yep. That poor tile room. I think every tile room everybody hates. But hey, it's your cup of tea time. You could have your biscuit and your tea.
Well, the only time I ever really do a tile room is when you absolutely have to, like, a trolley game. Speaking of trolley, we do have to do basement for an item.
Oh, I love that when that happens. And it looks like Ivan decided to avoid going clear up to Wreck Ship and decided to go clear off Kraid. Will he take Kraid to prom? Or is he gonna get the quick kill? Nice. Caterpillar kill.
Moldorm. I love seeing a good Moldorm kill, especially with the amount of times that runners get trolled Oh, hello, Book of Medora. Hello, Desert Palace access. And there's the quick kill
Wow.
for Ivan. Nicely done.
Yep. Yep.
But that also opens up one more thing with the Book of Medora on Pikapals side. You're right here with the Ether tablet right next door, so as soon as you're done with basement, why not give it a look?
Yeah. Take your short little break. And since Ocelot doesn't like tea, fine. Go get yourself a beer or a wine.
Well, once you get the setup here for the tile...
He did it.
Oh, he had this setup, but he missed it. I was going to say, well, for a long run like this, if you're in a tile room, you've got the iframes, and you need to, like, use the restroom. Perfect time to do it. I'm just saying.
Danny, I agree. He's moving through Super Metroid super fast. I mean, he's at least 20-30 minutes behind. Link Force, I think you got me mixed up with someone else. I'm Medley, or Shattera on Twitch.
Just power bombs in the basement, but every little bit helps.
Cape? Ooh, I forgot if he had cape or not, because that's not something we put on our tracker.
Let's see on the pause menu.
Oop, there it is.
Well,
Link Force, there's
timing
the
of that
cape.
was really good, Link Force. 10 out of 10.
How rare is that, though? To actually get something on the tablets?
Actually, Ivan just did a mock ball, bit of a sequence break that is going to pay off for him, as that is the hammer.
Yep. I kind of wonder if we're gonna find our gravity suit on pedestal. Wouldn't that be funny?
It must be kind of evil, but I think, speaking of evil, Swamp Palace dives. 6, it's the most dungeon-packed item in A Link to the Past outside of Ganon's Tower. However, the items are kind of spread out in this particular dungeon.
Yes, a lot of people like to miss the left side, and Pikapals isn't going there at all. He's going somewhere else. Well, he can finish...
K45, I think.
Yep, K45.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. I'm trying to think here. Speed with Spiral Cave. That much I remember.
Mirror was in Krockenmeyer area where the grappling beam is.
That's where it was. Okay. Lots of stuff to keep track of.
Yeah, I only keep attached of the majorly important stuff. Swamp Palace is a crystal dungeon, so this is the right play for him.
Yep, I like this play, but I also like this sequence that Ivan is on too, doing that mock ball to get Hammer. Really paid off for him, and when he goes back over to A Link to the Past, that's gonna really help him make up the difference.
Yeah, he still needs to get that hook shot though. And unfortunately the hook shot is over in Wrecked Ship and he has to kill that boss. But I don't see Ivan having any problems with Phantoon.
Nah, Phantoons. The only thing that could cause a problem is boss RNG.
Wrecked Ship Reserve, no. The only thing notable in Wrecked Ship was the hook shot, and that was in the attic. Link, I was debating about commentating yours, but 9:30 is a little late for me. especially on this prego body.
I got an appointment tomorrow, so I figured I'd jump in for the afternoon, have some fun, and then get rested up for that for tomorrow. Well, adulting priorities and all that, and all that noise.
Hey, I'm kind of glad we decided to do this one. This one's been kind of fun.
Yep, certainly has been, no doubt about that.
He's a little bit behind, maybe 10 minutes behind, because he spent about 20 minutes going around and crazy trying to find that morph ball, which was in Skullwood's big chest.
Unfortunately for Pikapals, finding the map there means there's a little saying in A Link to the Past random called "It's not left side swamp until it is left side swamp." And we have crossed that line.
Zanny, I think he would be pretty far behind majorly because he hasn't gone to wreck ship and got the hook shot yet. And he hasn't gone down to Crocomire yet. But once he gets wreck ship Fantoon defeated, I think he's going to be pretty caught up because he's got more dungeons defeated than Pikapals does.
At the same time, with the mirror, once Pikapals goes to finish off Palace of Dark... Oh, hello, Plasma Beam! Fully powered beam is almost complete. Just need the wave beam now for that.
I missed that. Where was that located?
That was Waterfall Chest Swamp Palace.
Ooh, nice.
Is Ivan about to lava dive into Ridley?
Yep. Yay! I get my lava dive! I get my lava dive!
This is a major sequence break, folks, and it is not required by logic at all in this tournament. So what Ivan is doing is completely out of sequence, and he almost had it, but he's still got time.
He got it. Second time.
Yeah, but it was just that last little jump that got him.
Oh. Yay!
Some awesome music in this area.
Yeah, can we switch it to him? I love it. I love Lower Northfire's music.
Meanwhile, Pikapals is piecing on Ice Palace. Gonna check on Bombo's tablet.
Hey, Ocelot, can we do that? Can we switch the music?
Zosti, I don't think this is in logic for the tournament.
I think Ivan's just doing this to try and see if he can get ahead or figure some catch-up work. He probably has a feeling that Pikapals has already did Ridley.
Nice energy tank pickup. Meanwhile, here's the Golden Chorizo.
Gravity could be anywhere. Anywhere in Super Metroid and Link to the Past. I'm kind of crossing my fingers that it's on pedestal.
We've got an Ice Palace play, and Pikapals is going to be able to full clear.
Nice clear of Golden Chorizo. He was nice.
That was a nice one.
Yes, that was.
Doesn't need the 50 rupees, but there is a portal to Meyershed right here. So now Ivan's going to be able to get in, make 2 checks, and we're going to get some knowledge on what... Quake Medallion!
Yep. And he doesn't have the Quake Medallion because he's still missing a few checks in Link to the Past. Pete is open
Unfortunate
for
to not get what he needed.
Pete is open for Pika right now because he has the book. Yes.
Wait a minute. He did have Quake, so Quake Medallion needed for Misery Mire. Ivan having it. And the Cane of Samaria. He is going in.
Yeah. This is a clear. Let's hope something major is in here that he could use that could give him a head lead. Oh, we're gonna get a bomb jump.
First try.
I attempted that my first time and succeeded. Pretty interesting, too.
Yeah, I still have to practice that bomb jump from time to time because there are days where I just think I'm lined up right, yet I miss it by a pixel consistently. Yet there are other days where I can just hit it first try. So yeah, certainly something that I have to practice from time to time.
I gotta admit, I kind of like it that chat had some of our top players in here.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I absolutely agree. Yeah, Pika did get Herod done because he went from getting the Book of Pandora to checking the Ether tablet.
Yeah, and he got the book off the caterpillar. Because I was making a comment that the caterpillar was very nice.
Oh, and Ivan taking an unfortunate death in the middle of Misery Mire. Yeah, that's not a death you want to take, because then you have to go back to the start of Mire, which means you have to clear Mire 2 a second time. And that can, yeah, sometimes that can be tricky.
He's not too far behind.
It's not the biggest time loss in the world in this dungeon, because that would be dying to Vitreous, which, yeah, I have done, and that has left me a bit salty when it happens. I will admit to that, because I'm not
You have
afraid
died
to
to
admit to that.
Victorious?
Yeah, there are times in my NMG runs where Vitreous has caused me to kick the bucket, but it's what it is. It happens, and you gotta move on.
I think the one I've died to the most, if I rank them in order, would be Blind, Mothia, and Trinex. But I can't really rank them in order because all three of them have given me trouble.
Yeah, Mothia has given me fits. I swear I've practiced that boss more in the practice ROM than any other. Blind, even I have a bad day to blind every rare blue moon.
What did they find in the big chest for the Ice Palace?
I thought I saw a power bomb.
Okay, that's what I thought so too.
Pikapals going for Fire Rat strats over the Bomba strats.
Yeah, and he's really low on health, so he has to be careful with those ice blocks dropping down on him.
Not just that, the Cold Stare Puffs got away.
Just a map. But he's got his crystal done, so he has his 4th dungeon then. And that means that Pikapals is in the lead.
He's taken a lead on dungeons done as well as bosses overall, and it is a dungeon that he is not going to have to go back to. Ivan will, however.
Yep.
My hunch is telling me that Helmasaur King might be holding something, so it couldn't hurt to go there. At the same time,
He could actually go do Misery Mire and... Well, no, he can't do... Actually, yes. No.
if he knows how to do the lava dive, but actually we got ourselves a red bomb play.
I was thinking he could do 2 dungeons at once, but actually what he could do is go back and do Palace of Darkness and Eastern Palace and clear those 2 out, since he's been halfway through them.
Yeah,
that would be a smart play.
Yeah, that's the exact play that I was thinking of. And in terms of time saves, that's a pretty big one to do dungeons back to back like that. No spooky stuff for Ivan.
That was smart. Instead of going through all of that area in Dark World, he just teleported back to Light World and then went through the gates. Okay, this is going to be an easy fight.
Yeah, silvers make Vitreous laughable.
Vitreous isn't actually that hard, though. He's a bouncing eyeball. Oh, great.
Because the Morph Ball bombs, so our reliance on power bombs just went down considerably.
Yep. Yep. It looks like Pikapals is going to go do what we thought. He's going to go finish Palace of Darkness and probably do Eastern Palace too. And since he's been through most of them, it's basically a straight shot to the boss.
Ivan's gonna finish up Lower Norfair.
Can he? I thought you needed a screw attack to get through these walls and stuff.
No, power bombs will do the trick, and Morph Ball bombs will serve as a nice backup for areas where he doesn't have to use power bombs. For these rippers, yeah, you do need power bombs to clear them out. Alternatively, they can be frozen with the ice beam, but at that point, they're just getting in the way.
Do we know if all the chests been cleared on both Eastern Palace and Palace of Darkness? I don't know if I was watching.
For Pikapals, they definitely were, and I believe they were for Ivan as well.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Ivan is refilling his super missiles, which is why he's going back and forth. It is a good place to farm supers, and the minimum for beating Ridley is 30, so that's probably that is the number he's shooting for.
Gutsy, right now it's Pikapals.
Honestly, we can't count either of these runners out until we have a dot done.
Yeah, unfortunately. Because it's been way too crazy for how fast Ivan's going through stuff and now making the gutsy move that I was kind of hoping he would make. Now I know for sure we're not going to find Gravity Suit down here. Gravity Suit might be in Meridia. No, it can't be in Meridia because Meridia is that water.
Yeah, Suitless Meridia not in Logic, and you'd probably need the Grapple Beam. However, the only way Gravity Suit could be down here is if the loot were somewhere in a Link to the Past. Blue Potion, Ivan passes.
I'm still wanting to do a pedestal check. 2 hits with the Butter Sword, and Helma's Sword is down.
Yeah, Butter Sword really makes a number of the bosses easy, including Helmasaur King. So you don't really have to switch over to arrows for any reason. Now Ivan is on the path to Ridley. Good place to do a safety save.
Yeah,
I'm thinking for tournament strats I would, but Ivan is bypassing.
he's probably not too scared. I've actually seen some of the top runners go in Ridley with just 2 energy tanks and survive.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
something I
gutsy.
probably wouldn't be able to do myself, but for those who are able to do it, more power to you.
Yup.
Now, what set Power Bombs ashamed today?
Kane and Bryna.
Kane of Burna. Oh, you know what? That's not very shameful because you might need that in a Link to the Past in a bind.
Hookshot was located in Wreck Ship Attic. I have seen people do some amazing, what am I thinking of? Shine sparks on these guys?
Yep, they are using short charges to build those shine sparks up and then using them to KO the metal pirates with ease.
Those metal pirates give me trouble every time.
Ivan just dropped them with 3 super missiles like they were nothing.
Wow, he's
Meanwhile,
going to Ridley with 22 supers, 32 regulars, and 3 tanks.
6 power bombs. He's gonna have to use some charge shots, which he is charging up.
Come on, Rid. Be nice. Take your medicine. He's my favorite dragon in this game. In all the Metroid games, I love Ridley.
He's also a Force and Smash Ultimate.
I haven't played that yet. Holy cow, Ridley.
That back and forth pogo is a great way for our runners to build up damage against the boss.
He's about dead.
And an interesting thing about his HP is that when his HP runs out, it takes a bit for him to die unless Samus gets grabbed. Because if Samus gets grabbed, that triggers the death sequence.
Yeah, I watched a race earlier, and he just blew up. He just blew up right beside.
It's one
He's
of the
dead.
fun details. I think that's what Ivan's waiting for, and yep.
Way to go, Ivan.
What was Ridley guarding? And Couch Cash behind Ridley. Move right along.
Okay, Ivan, where are you gonna go now?
Meanwhile, Pikapals looks to be going to check Magic Bat
with the
using
glitch.
The fake powder glitch.
Yeah, the glitch.
Yet it's not working for him. Oh, now it works.
He had to use the red cane to get it to work. Just a piece of heart.
Not what he's looking for, but also not overly terrible either.
I'm trying to think, are we really missing anything major for Link to the Past to go into go mode for all dungeons?
Hold the phone, let's get some bless RNGs in chat, because we got a pedestal check-in coming.
Hallelujah! Pedestal check, pedestal check. Yeah, Remail Gaming, I think Gravity or Flute, probably Gravity. Gravity and Flute would make it 100%. It would make a go mode. Can you dig it? Shovel! Oh, what would happen if Shovel dug the flute?
Okay.
Or the gravity?
Ivan did find the gravity suit in the upper part of Norfair, so there is only one possibility that can be on the A Link to the Past side. That would be the flute. So is Ped dead? I would say no. Not yet.
Wait. Gravity was in the upper part of Norfair.
Yep.
And the only way to get to that,
Ridley.
the only way to get that is you have to go through Ridley's area.
So that means the flute is, by that logic, the flute has to be somewhere in A Link to the Past. We just
I'm
don't
gonna
know
cross
where.
my fingers and say dig spot. Let us go into Turtle Rock. Please let us go into Turtle Rock.
That would actually be a vanilla flute for Go mode. Or rather, Go mode.
Oh my gosh. 2 hours into the seed and we still have some craziness. Oh.
Well, I'd say at this point the play's got to be Turtle Rock because there's a bit of a rule I have, thumb that I have with A Link to the Past randos. It's worked out pretty well for me, at least. It is that if the logic looks to be pointing at you to go into Turtle Rock, make the play.
Yeah. Rainbow, for logically required, Lava Dive wasn't actually logic to do. What they could do is find out where the flute is here on Link to the Past, which it seems to be that it's most likely going to be here on Link to the Past somewhere. Once they find the flute, they can actually whistle over to Meyer and take the portal there to Lower North Air.
Meanwhile, Pikapals is running through Thieves Town. I don't think this is, unless that shovel is something, I truly do not believe this to be the play. I think the play is in Turtle Rock.
Oh, brother. Ivan is doing another major skip again. He's skipping the mirror. And unfortunately, you need the mirror to do Swamp Palace.
Yeah, that one's hard required. You can't get around that one, but wait a sec. We have a Meridia play, folks. Now, knowing what we know, the flute, I honestly don't, unless there's something in logic that I'm missing, the flute cannot be here.
Yeah, it can't be because the lava dive wasn't in logic.
Main Street not having anything of importance.
He's gonna go check Mama Turtle. The only thing I can think it might have is, do we have all the beams?
That Hellway Dash by Pikapals. The only beam we have not seen yet is the wave beam.
Yeah, that could be over here.
$50 up top,
No
hit
hearts.
the top piece of heart, so moving on.
Well, we know why Pikapal is doing a full clear of Blind's hideout. It's because that pedestal is tricking us.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is a case of what I like to call a dirty pedestal item, because it's a fetch quest item, and you're not going to know if it was required or not until you see it through to the end.
Yep. There's the mirror shield, but he's skipping it.
And Ivan's not going to bother with that.
He's going to go ahead and check this area. I always forget what this area is called, but I know it has some...
It is basically what's left over of Rock Zone criteria from the first game after it got flooded. Ooh, there's powder and power bombs, but Ivan only wants the powder.
Okay, I guess I've never beaten the Metroid that ties up with this game. I just know about the baby Metroid. I know its whole storyline.
Yeah, if you're gonna play the first Metroid, I would recommend the Game Boy Advance remake Metroid Zero Mission. It's Ooh, it's so much better.
What did
That's
you
just
think
me.
about the X-Parasite one?
Fusion was certainly interesting to say the least, because it seemed different in the sense that you really couldn't break logic, but it was still it was still a good game in its own right. Just if you were looking for any sort of logic or any sort of sequence breaks or anything like that you found in the first Metroid game or Super Metroid, then you were not going to get what you were looking for.
Yeah, I have to admit it was creepy, especially when you had some spots where you had to hide from the suit.
Yeah, to hide from the SAX, that was extremely creepy. And for those wondering, the hook shot is going to there's the grapple beam, but the hook shot is going to be Wrecked Ship's attic, which Ivan hasn't gone to yet.
No, he has not beat Ship at all. That's the only boss besides Dragon that he's missing right now.
Hammer pegs being 3 bombs for Pikapals. And the chicken got run over. We're about to see Shack Tool. Oh, Ivan's trying to get to Shack Tool, rather. Because in this seed, we know Spring Ball not behind Ridley.
I like the Shack Tool. This is your another
do
chance
like to sit. Well, I do
you
like
can take
to
a drink of your wine or your beer or your tea and eat your little biscuits and crumpets.
Yeah, well, save scumming this play also makes a heck of a lot of sense, because if it's nothing, you just reset. If it's something, well, then your time's well paid off, as Pikapals is now heading into Desert Palace.
It's a heart
container, and Ivan is save scumming it and resetting.
The witch, we have not checked it yet. Oh no, yes we did. It's a reserve tank.
Desert Palace is our green pendant, so this will yield an extra item.
Green pendant can also hold our flute, but I'm crossing my fingers it's that dirty pedestal.
Yeah, it's sort of seeming like it. Energy tank and a big 20. Ivan doesn't like either of those, so he just bops the reset button.
Yes, the witch had a reserve tank. When they turned in the mushroom, it turned into be a reserve tank. Well, we're not gonna.
Hasn't checked East Side Desert. He might be saving that for after clearing the dungeon.
Well, we're not gonna actually see a.
He's gonna clip. Yep, and that's exactly what he does. The ice clip to get to Batoon used in the low percent ice run.
Usually we see a microwaved Batoon, but not this round. He's pretty popular on getting microwaved. Speed Boost was in Spiral Cave, but they need the hook shot to get to it.
If Ivan had gotten the mirror out of Lower Norfair, or rather the Crocomire region, then he'd have another means of getting there, albeit out of sequence.
Yep, but he decided to skip Crocomire all the way, and I hope that doesn't come back and bite him in the rear. Because you need it to do Swamp Palace.
Pikapals has the green pendant, one more pendant to go, and it is in Turtle Rock.
Yep. Hey, I like it that it's a Turtle Rock play, even though we don't know if Turtle Rock has anything.
My hunch is that it does have something, because, like I said, it may be a pendant, but the cookie crumbs are pointing there, so it can't hurt to check, and if you're wrong, well, then you made the right play and it just didn't pan out.
Flute is needed if you do not want to do a lava dive into Lower Norfair. If you have the flute, you can flute over to Misery Mire and take the shortcut into Lower Norfair. If not, you have to hope you can find Gravity Suit. But Gravity Suit is already in Lower Norfair, so it's either Lava Dive or Flute.
And Ivan is about to fight Dragon the way the game intended on you fighting Dragon. Now, intended fight will
Hitting
give
his belly.
Yeah, shooting his belly is it's
a long run.
It's a struggle to say the least.
I always like to have the grappling beam, and I always shock him to death.
There's that. There's other strategies that involve the speed booster, because I can give you a blue suit to get out of here. There's shocking him. There's microwaving. There's so many ways to defeat Dragon, but unfortunately, we're not going to see those on Ivan's side today.
He's having a pretty good, decent fight with Dragon, though. No plasma beam either. I think Pikapals was the only one who found it.
To this point.
And there goes Dragon.
Nicely done.
Okay, what is Shalahasa gonna have? Just a blue rupee.
Pocket change, move right along. And Couch Cash behind Dragon. Also move right along.
Sophie is correct. You only need the grapple to get to where the vanilla spring ball is. It's not needed to fight Dragon. It's just something that people like to use.
And it's very helpful. Heck, the Nintendo Player's Guide even recommended it, so you know it was good.
Yeah.
We have a spike cave on Pikapal's side as Ivan is proceeding back to A Link to the Past.
And he's going to do the hook shot way because he does not have a lot of health, and now he's going to do the magic cape. And it's just a piece of heart. Okay, Ivan, what are you going to do now? You're kind of... Well... You could do Ice Palace. You can clear that.
Could also finish Darkness.
Yes, you can finish Palace of Darkness, and you can... That's it. Once again. And we're going to get an Ice Palace by him. And of course, Pikapals is going to go up to Turtle Rock. Because Turtle Rock has our last pendant.
Also 5 items within Turtle Rock. Mimic Cave giving a 6th.
Yeah. I'm crossing my fingers that there's nothing in there useful. Well, Wave Beam. Give us the Wave Beam. I'll be happy about that.
Wreck Ship at the hook shot in the attic.
Yep, that's the only thing that was good in there. And unfortunately for Ivan, he really needs to go get to Crockemeyer to get that mirror, and he needs to go to Rex ship to get his hookshot. And then he needs to go to Spiral Cave to get his speed booster. Which I guess the speed booster isn't really required. It's just useful.
Extremely useful.
And he doesn't need the screw attack either, because he's already did lower Norfair. He was going to try to Hoover again.
Missed it the first time. Gets it the second time. Unfortunately, you can't hover to get to the back of Swamp Palace. It just doesn't work like that.
Yeah. And unfortunately, the hook shot is needed for Argus. Hook shot is located in attic of Rex ship. Mirror is in Vanilla Grappling Beam by Crockemeyer. Morph Ball ended up in the big chest of Skull Woods after you beat the boss.
So, in that sense, Mothula would have been required even if it were a pendant.
Please don't talk about food in chat. This is one pregnant mama who has been suffering morning sickness. Black Moon, you're being mean. Oh, I'm not being mean. I'm just having a lot of fun with you guys. This has been one of the most interesting commentary, races, whatever you want to call it today. Ivan's going really fast on these powder puffs.
Hey, it's not me, Captain Command. That's my co-com Medley. And that was a very nice quick kill by Ivan as well.
We don't know what we're having yet. I'm only in my first trimester. And Kung Fu Cow? Yeah, right now I can't eat meat. Hey, it's the hammer kills. I love it when they do hammer kills in Mimic Cave. So far, Mimic Cave is not giving us anything. Or Turtle Rock's not giving us anything. Gravity Suit was under Ridley's statue in Lower Norfair. And unfortunately, that means a lava dive or you have to find the flute. Leslie, you gotta be pretty surprised that it actually was a lava dive that we needed.
Yeah, I'm surprised by how that sequence break turned out as well, because with sequence breaks, you're taking a risk, and for Ivan, that risk was reward, but at the same time, it also took him away from what he needed to do in Wrecked Ship.
Yeah.
as well as past Crocomire.
Hopefully he still goes to Crockermire, still thinking that there's some stuff he could check there, because there is 3 spots he can check. Oh, don't be sorry, Black Moon. It's all fun and games.
So
Oh.
someone loses an eye. Oh, wait, that's something totally different.
One more chest.
Nothing
Oh.
here.
I am definitely liking this turtle rock. It's giving us nothing!
Well, it's keeping us in suspense is the only thing that it's giving us at this point. Pikapals is approaching Trinex, and Ivan is returning to Super Metroid.
Okay, be smart. Go to Crocomire.
Get Crocomire's booty, scaly booty, and then grab the mirror.
Just 2 butter hits. Or 3 butter
3.
hits. Yeah, 3.
That is correct, Weimar. We have yet to see the flute, and right now I am thinking Pikapals might be betting on something being at the dig spot, because we know Shovel is at the pedestal. And Ivan leaves Lord Banana behind to drown.
I don't know if he'll get Speed Booster. It's not really required, Andy. I mean, it's nice, but once he gets Fantoon killed, there's really no reason to go after it. The only thing we're hoping he will go after is Crockermire so that he can get his mirror.
Pikapals
That's
starting
true.
at Sanctuary. I am thinking he is going for the play.
Yep. Golly! We're getting our pedestal play, and we got our lava dive.
Now, here's the thing. If that dig spot turns out to be the flute, then we basically faced ourselves an all dungeon seed.
That is ridiculous. Has there been a swordless seed yet on Super Metroid and Link to the Past crossover?
As far as I'm aware, no. Somebody in chat can definitely correct me if I'm wrong, but as the ped gets pulled, there have certainly been swordless seeds in the Link to the Past fall tournament. I've had a few myself. Good learning experience. So, not yet. Okay.
Wait a second, I forgot to also include this was an AGA 1 seed too. AGA 1, pedestal, and lava dive. How rare is that? I watched that one.
Some bomb jump practice in as we're about to find out what's at the dig spot. Less RNGs.
Energy tank! Oh my gosh!
Ultimate debate. Where could it be?
Well, he has
swamp, maybe.
Yeah, they haven't checked checkerboard yet.
Haven't been able to get over to checkerboard without doing a lava dive.
And Ivan was over there, but he didn't check it.
Ivan didn't have a mirror at the time.
Ivan still doesn't have a mirror at the time. So what is Pikapals gonna do?
Might as well start to clean up Super Metroid to the best you can. Like, it could be at this particular location he's heading to now.
Waterway. Zosti
Yeah.
has an idea for Waterway. I've
Going-
seen some pretty nasty stuff behind Waterway.
He's
You need a...
checking it. Can't blame him for checking it before committing.
Oh my god!
Oh, there it is! There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We have no mode with that check. Holy smokes, Batman! So the speed booster turned out to be required after all.
Wow, wow, wow. So
Exactly what you said.
basically, they could go get the hook shot at Wreck Ship, go to Death Mountain, get the speed booster, come back to Criteria, go get the flute, and flew over to Misery Mire. The lava dive wasn't needed. It was not logic in this seed.
It never was in logic for this version of the randomizer. And wow, this is quite a turn of events.
I am just, my mind is blown. I'm sorry, my mind is completely blown by that. I don't know what Ivan's gonna think when he finds out that Flute is there. Mirror is in Crocomire. Oh, I have no idea what Ivan's gonna think. Especially since they spent 20 minutes or so on that morph ball.
Well, Ivan's about to get his hook shot, so that's definitely going to put him on the right path. But now he is on a race against time, as it is only a matter of time before Pikapals finds the gravity suit and enters go mode.
Okay, what are they talking about?
They're talking about skipping the bowling section of Wrecked Ship. The flutes needed to get over to the Mire Shed area.
He needs to go over the Crocomire, Ivan does. If he doesn't, he's not going to be able to finish the game.
Yeah, it's absolutely required at this point.
Because this is the last dungeon for Pikapals, and then we get our famous game we get to play.
No, not necessarily. He could go from here to Lower Norfair and finish that up.
I always hear it's logic to beat Ganon first, then Mother Braid. To me, I would feel that I would want to beat Mother Brain first, because then you can escape her running her escape sequence.
Yeah, there's certainly two ways of beating this. You can beat either half of the combo randomizer in either order. It does not matter.
Okay,
However, after this, I would think that with that portal right there, Pikapals could just jump into Lower Norfair, finish that up, get the gravity suit, and go from there. Then he's into Meridia and Dragon, and then, well, at that point, it's his choice on what he does.
Andy, there was nothing big in Wreck Shift, so he's safe. The only thing big was the hook shot. That's it. He needs to be smart and go down to Crocomire and get that mirror.
Yep.
Nope, he's going back into Link's the Past.
He's probably gonna blame him because he's got a lot of items and he's got full Death Mountain access, even though we know that's a bust.
Cookie Monster, it's Pikapals. Pikapals is in go mode right now.
I'd say it's more or less no mode because we know what we need to beat the game, and he does need the gravity suit for Meridia, unless he knows how to do suitless Meridia, which would again be out of logic, but something that's certainly possible. I'd say I've seen a number of runners do it. I mean, if you're doing an RBO, it's definitely required.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna skip it though, because you're gonna go to Ridley right away, and he's probably gonna check all the stuff that Ridley gives him to offer. Ooh, he's only got half a health. He needs to be very, very careful. Especially with these wizards.
Yeah, the Wizrobes deal 2 hearts of damage, and that'd be enough to finish him off. With Blue Mail. Without Blue Mail, they deal 4 hearts of damage, one of the hardest hitting enemies in the game.
Yeah. Zostie's right. There's nowhere else for him to go except after gravity, because basically it's a one-shot way. I don't know how many people will avoid checking under the rock Ridley.
There's some locations that you can take this combo, both randomizers as well as the combo randomizer, that you don't want to orphan for obvious reasons. Because if you orphan one location for too long, you will get punished.
Yes. Soul Blazer, yes. Because basically there wasn't much at... Meridia didn't have much. I don't think Meridia had anything, to be honest.
Other than a grapple beam, no.
Yeah.
Ivan's clearing Tower of Hera. He does need to clear this dungeon. He's not going to find anything very useful here, but it'll help because he has to clear it.
What is sub 3 that Andy and Zostie are talking about?
They're talking about whether the seed can be finished in 3 hours or less, and Pikapals has set up the spooky strat. So that strat, which was found a few months ago, does help to speed up Misery Mire ever so slightly, but when you're out to optimize the game for a world record run, those seconds really add up.
What is the spooky strat? I've never heard of it.
Yeah, we didn't know of it until, as Ivan gets troll-dormed. It's a strat that allows for things that don't have the usual strat properties of a switch to have a switch. And it requires the Cane of Samaria to use. It's one of those where I'd probably be best to find a video to explain, because I'm not sure how it works myself, but it looks pretty amazing.
Yeah, that was pretty fast. Okay, so we know... Okay, so he's actually going to go check checkerboard.
Can't blame him for this. You're right here. You might as well. We know it's not going to be it in terms of the gravity suit, but we do know... But in terms of it...
There's
it's a spring ball.
Have you noticed...
spring ball in front of Ridley.
Have you noticed that on the tracker sheet for Pikapals? That's basically everything, except for Gravity Suit, Dragon, Ridley, and Mother Brain.
Yeah.
How rare is that?
Quite rare. You don't typically see this in A Link to the Past, Rando.
Well,
as Pikapals is going to take on Golden Chorizo.
We have... Oh, I thought Ivan was going to do our tea break. Or beer break. Or water break. Or coffee break. Whatever you call it.
Pikapals trying to set up the spot for the quick kill strat with the super missiles, but is having trouble getting into position.
Yeah, and he's
Might want
very
to be
low on
careful.
life.
Finishes him off with one super missile to spare, and it's just couch cash up there, Pika. Might as well keep moving.
Yeah, the only thing that's going to be amazing for you is below the claw of Ridley.
He might stop here to farm for supers.
I wouldn't be surprised. You need those supers for Rid.
Yep, even though he does have the plasma beam.
He doesn't have the wave. Oh, he doesn't need the wave beam, right? As long as you have charge, plasma, and X-ray, you can do it.
Well, having ice beam certainly helps with the power of the fully charged beam. Yes, in this particular crossover randomizer, you can find items from one game in the other. And what happened to Ivan is that he left behind the Skullwood's big key chest for a little too long, as that had the morph ball.
Yep. About 20 minutes or so he waited.
Although, to be honest, it felt longer than that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Why is he
Ivan
back
getting
in
to the end of Spiral Cave.
He was
He's
just in
about
there.
to get his
Oh, wait, no.
speed booster. Yeah, the reason he went back in the basement is because there was an item there. That's all. This section is going to be easier for Pikapals because of the screw attack, which Ivan did not have.
Yeah, Ivan did a lava dive. Which honestly was not required.
Although it looked really cool.
It was. Andy, he can. Oh, well.
No,
Yeah.
he doesn't have the mirror.
the
He'd have to
mirror.
open. Yeah, he'd have to open the Turtle Rock teleporter and use that portal directly. Otherwise, he can't get in. Looks like Pikapals is going to make the Ridley play first. As Ivan finds the screw attack. Pikapal's going for the safety save, and I can't blame him because a death in Super Metroid is extremely punishing.
Hey, at least we get our lower Norfair music.
I heard that.
I love lower Norfair music. But
Yeah.
actually, my favorite music is the beginning part of Meridia, that really soft music.
Both really good choices.
Yeah, I go through those areas so fast.
Mm-hmm.
So, Steve. Seriously, guys?
Just let them have. I just let chat have their fun.
I usually don't pay attention to chat, but since I'm on my desktop, I'm able to. Black Moon, which part
I think Ivan's going for Big Bomb.
Black Moon, which part of Meridia? The bouncier part or like the slow music part?
Looks like Pikapals is going for the plasma charge combo, perhaps?
Mine too. Black Moon, mine too. Actually, my favorite music, well, hard to say, is either Serenade of Music from Ocarina of Time when it's played on the piano, or Terra's theme from Final Fantasy VI. I will. Thank you.
Pikapals is doing a health farm. I cannot blame him, as the Ridley fight can be very rough at times. He is ready to go. And ladies and gentlemen, here's Ridley. I like this strategy that he's utilizing early in the fight. The only part of Ridley you can't hit is his tail. I think he might be in grab range. Yep, he's in grab ranges. Ridley's down.
Was Ridley being friendly and missed the fight?
It's a pretty good Ridley fight by Pikapals.
Cookie Monster, the mirror is in Crocomire.
Going back for some farming, and with, well, where his health's at, can't blame him.
Oh yeah, I've been doing a silly, what is Ivan doing? He's in...
If he's going for pedestal, I hope not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
unfortunately, his attempt at the long ball is what we like to call, where I live, Mike Greenwell power, because it's going to die on the warning track.
Skeltus, he can't. He needs mirror, and he's probably hoping that somewhere in Link to the Past there is going to be the mirror, but we know it's on Crocomire.
Yeah, he could have done Turtle Rock if he had opened the Turtle Rock teleporter, but he didn't do that, so he was not able to enter.
He might be going for the green pendant check, but we know it's nothing. It was a troll.
Yep, unfortunately, he's on a troll's path. That is certainly true, Zosty, and that's what I tend to do when I feel like I've gotten far enough behind. And that's exactly what it is, a catch-22.
I don't know what Ivan's gonna do.
The pedestal had the shovel, and this time that did not yield anything important.
Just an energy tank. He's gonna be happy. Pikapals is gonna be happy when he finds what he finds here.
Yeah, because he's on the right path, and once he gets down here,
He's in
we
go
are
mode.
going to have... Yep. We are going to have a go mode at 2 hours, 50 minutes, 31 seconds.
Miss Metroid, that's why you don't usually read the chats, you just listen to our commentaries. We're having a lot of fun with them. At least I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this. Pikapals is on his way out of Lower Norfair. Question is, we still got to go into Meridia. And with that, he would have to defeat Dragon, and from there I would... well, it would depend on the player, but I would assume from there I would just go straight over to G Tower, could also go to Mother Brain. It really depends on the player.
It looks like Ivan's doing a pedestal check. He's probably going to have the same idea that Pikapals had. Question is, will Ivan do what he needs to do?
That is right, Pikapals was looking for Gravity Suit. He found it, and since that was the last thing he needed, he is now in go mode. He is only going to be going after bosses from here on out. An interesting route indeed. Most runners would opt for the usual quicker way, using the speed booster path to get back over to the elevator.
Oh, finally! He's doing the Crocomire!
Looks like Pikapals is opting to head up to Ganon's Tower, so we're going to start the guessing game right now. Get your guesses in 1 through 22 for the Ganon's Tower Big Key. I'm going to go with this.
I go with 8.
Actually, scratch that. I'll go with this. I'm going with 13 because the one race that I almost beat Pikapals by in the Link to the Past Rando tournament, I lost by 13 seconds. So it's fitting.
I always go 8-3 if I can on anything. Because 8383, that's my birthday.
I can't go my combination because 25th and 85 do not go together for this guessing game.
Ah, I'm actually older than you, even though I don't sound it. Actually, that is not my pen. I don't use my birthday as my pen.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I just like the number 8383.
Guess is in. Let's see where it is. 1, missiles. 2, a small key, and Pikapals is going for the right side to see what's over there. Well, cool kids from 83. I guess that makes Luigi a cool kid because Mario Brothers, the arcade game, came out in 83.
Oh, Ivan, you're gonna be
Wave
happy.
beam has been picked up by Pikapals as Ivan finally finds the mirror. And
What
the
number
big
are...
key was not on the right side.
Does that mean my number 8 was not right?
No, we've only had 7 checks thus far, so I think. Let me
Rupee.
check that. No, the torch was 7.
Here we go. Ah.
10 arrows. Small key for number 8. A compass, which does nothing. And another small key at number 9. Yeah, torch was 7, my bad. So that was 8, 9, 10, 11. Or was it? Whatever. Either way, the fire bar room didn't have it.
Ooh, nice boomerang. Ooh, nice.
So next one would be 12 if I'm doing the math right, and it's the fire snake room.
Nope.
So now we're in the random room, 13 through 16.
I know people are hoping it's tile room, but tile room usually gets skipped a lot.
Tile room's just evil.
But I have seen Ice Armos have it.
Missiles, so that's no more missiles. Pizza fart.
Ah, it looks like we're gonna have to do Ice Armos.
Yep, so we're up to 17 with the Bob chest.
Has it ever been the bomb chest?
Bob chest, I've had a few Link to the Past rando seeds where the Bob chest was the one that did it.
Since Ivan already did Ridley because he did the lava dive, he doesn't have to go after the flute now, does he?
Because he cleared Vitreous, you are correct. Sorry, 19, 20, and 21. Yep, we've got a go mode for Ivan.
Yep,
Nope
Ivan's
on
in go
19,
mode.
nope on 20.
It was the last chest!
21! Wow.
21! Who had number 21?
Smitty Nova with the win, going for the tile room guess was the correct play. This time.
Ah! I'm not a supporter either or a subscriber. But I still love playing the game.
Same here.
Ocelot.
Eh.
He's like me.
Although Pikapal's going right side, he now has access to the full power beam for Mother Brain, which is the fastest way of going about that fight.
Here's a question. Why doesn't anyone use bombos or ether when they go through the gauntlet rooms? Wouldn't that be
Uses
faster?
magic and takes a bit longer. The way our runners go about it is generally faster. Now, when you start throwing Randomizer into the mix, then you might see the medallions come out. But randomizer for the combo randomizer is nothing yet. It's only for a Link to the Past.
You have silver arrows. One arrow to him kills him. Ivan?
It's a pretty narrow hitbox, though, so I can't fault him for doing the strat that he needed.
Landmos. I do like that strat, though, with the cane. That's pretty cool.
I don't believe so about Pikapals, whether he can hover. I've not seen him do it. However, he's a really good runner, so... You know what they say, it ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, this race had some really funny curves.
Quite to be sure.
Whew, he just had enough magic.
He'll be able to refill in the room before Moldorm 2.
Is it gonna be a trolley caterpillar? Ooh, I like that. That was a very clean caterpillar.
Very clean Moldorm 2. Does he go for the Moldorm 2 chest, or is he going to pass? No, he's going for it, and he's getting 3 bombs. Ivan did wrap up Swamp Palace, is now in Palace of Darkness. Well, you're not wrong about that, Andy. It's just, plus the emulator lag is just, ugh. How's this geometry today? That's a 3.
Ooh, 3.
Let's see what we got here.
3.
A double triple for Pikapals!
Woo!
Nicely done! The optimal way of finishing off Aghanim 2!
That was pretty impressive. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
That's only the second one I've had on call. I had one in the ongoing Link to the Past Randomizer tournament within the past few weeks.
And then we have a Ganon fight. With only 5 hearts, he's gonna have to be careful.
Yeah, but he does have Butter Sword, which will speed this fight up tremendously.
I wonder if he's gonna have the same luck with Abraham with the silver arrows. Ouch.
Watch out for those fire bats. Okay, do not take a Hyrule driver here, because that would not be good.
I think he has a blue potion on him.
He
was one of them that picked it up. He has a fairy.
Got a fairy, so he's covered. Torch. And a triple to wrap up Ganon. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got bacon, but we are not done yet because we still gotta fry some shrimp and defeat Mother Brain. So this is far from over.
Oh my gosh, what if Ivan is behind. He has to do Ganon's tower and beat Ganon, Agaham 2, and Mother Brain. So he's like a tower behind, I would say.
Yeah, he's a little bit behind, but there's something I gotta mention here. We've had one double triple. Wouldn't it be amazing if Ivan also double tripled?
That would be amazing. I don't know. I don't think we're going to see some Super Metroid deaths. We've barely seen any Super Metroid deaths. We've seen Link to the Past deaths, but not Super Metroid.
Yeah, the deaths in A Link to the Past outside of maybe one have been death warps. As Pikapals hits the portal to get into the back of Meridia, that's knowing your game, folks. And Spring Ball is going to allow him to clear over
The rolling strip
real quick. The problem with that setup is can't set up for full halfie, but you're still in a good position regardless.
Oh, he has a space jump.
Absolutely.
Go through. That's easy. And Pika has microwave.
Yep, the full power beam is going to make this fight trivial, to say the least.
Now, the hard part is going to be that he does have to take the long route back to Criteria to get to Torian. But that's not really that too difficult, and it's not really that long.
Not that long, but at the same time, he could also just use that same portal way to get back to Link to the Past, mirror, save and quit, and then he's right there in Criteria.
Yeah. Yeah, there's way too many ways. Microwave!
Here we go. Microwave beam in progress. Didn't quite get him. One more should do it. And done.
Microwave shrimp. Bye-bye. And he doesn't need anything, so he can just go all the way up and out.
He's taking the pickups that he can on the way out the door, and I cannot blame him for that whatsoever, because Mother Brain can be, and Turian can both be a pain.
I wouldn't be surprised he does that too. He goes back to the Link to the Past, and then he whistles over to where the entrance is back to Criteria and goes up that direction. But the reset would actually put him on the ship, and the ship will let him actually get all his health back, all his missiles back, all his super missiles back. It would fill his tanks.
There is one problem with that I should mention that I caught wind of yesterday. Lack Attack tried the same thing in a race earlier in the tournament, wound up corrupting his save.
Ooh.
So, yeah, that is a strat that should be done carefully.
Soul Blazer, Ivan does not need to flute because he did a lower Norfair lava dive, which let him get gravity suit. If you did not do the lower Norfair lava dive, you would have to flute over to Misery Mire and take the portal there to get to lower Norfair. That's what Pikapals did.
Yeah, that's what I was alluding to, chat. Resetting too quick could have that effect, so that is definitely something to be careful of. Pikapals just runs through the heart piece without any care whatsoever because, well, don't need it.
I wonder if he's gonna do the little glitch cut on the baby Metroid.
You mean baby skip? That's a very good question. I can honestly answer that. I don't know if that's something that he knows how to do, but it would be very cool to see. At the same time, I've seen strats where runners will just intentionally, a runner had to use a power bomb strat and they were down to one energy tank. At that point, you don't even bother going for the baby skip because it's faster to just get caught. So it does depend on your health at the time.
Does, uh-oh, he got stuck.
No need to fear. You just have to bomb and move, or bomb and freeze, and you're out of there.
Yeah, I think the Metroids that are more dangerous are like in Metroid Prime and Prime 2 and stuff.
Oh gosh, yeah, I've played those games. The Metroids and the Prime trilogy are certainly dangerous. Hey, speaking of Nintendo, how about some information on Metroid Prime 4?
Yes, please.
Waiting!
I'm ready for a new Metroid game. So ready. Oh my gosh, Metroid Prime. I don't remember which one of the space pirates scares the freaking crap out of me every time I fight it. It's so nervousing because I get so close to beating it and my hands start to shake so bad.
There's a couple of pirates in 1 and 3 that fit that description.
I
Just
think I see Omega in 1. I really think it's the Omega I'm thinking of.
yeah, the Omega is just that's a fight that's giving me some headaches, but that's a whole nother story. Meanwhile, here we go for Baby Skip.
That's weird. He's getting hurt by that little critter? I thought she didn't get hurt by him.
Yes, you do. You take 20 damage from that blue side hopper. This might be a setup in case Babe.
Nope, he got caught.
Yeah, that's me going for Baby Skip, is that I get caught. But he's facing the right direction, because facing to the right is just a slight hair faster.
Hey chat, here's a little guessing game for you. How long will it take for us to get Mother Brain down? How many rainbow beams will it take for her to take Samus's life down?
Meanwhile, Ivan's at the top of Ganon's tower. And in the meantime, we have Pikapals setting up for a Zebetite skip.
Yeah, I've seen this happen before.
As have I, but it is something that I have never been able to get to work, and Pikapals gets it done. I'm gonna say a 1 rainbow beam, because there's a little trick you can do where you just run right into Mother Brain and just absolutely take the damage on purpose.
Yeah, I've seen that done so many times. And we got a caterpillar skip with a hoover.
Yep. We've got Ivan hovering past Moldorm too, which, well, all good in my book. If you know how to do it and it's not ruled a major glitch, then hey, more power to you. We need 20 plasma beam shots to get Mother Brain through phase 1. How's Ivan's geometry? And, well, unfortunate, but still doable.
He got blue. He got blue trolled.
He still got a double on that one despite getting blue balled.
Oop, we're in phase 2.
Yep, he is intentionally getting catch-ups. I do not recommend this in any percent because you need 300 energy to survive.
Oh, she's already going into it.
Uh-oh. Pikapals dipped a little too low, but the automatic from the energy is going to keep him alive. So just a few more attacks, and we enter the next phase.
I was so nervous when I got down to this phase, and I was so low in health. I was like, oh my freaking gosh. And then the baby Metroid comes. And it gets killed.
Yeah.
Andy, you're right. This game would have been very, very freaking close.
I agree. As Ivan enters Ganon Phase 4, we have Pikapals about to be, after this cutscene. Ivan, why did you use
Ivan?
the hook shot there? That doesn't work. Meanwhile, we got bacon for Ivan.
That was funny.
Certainly was. Can we get that clip, please? Meanwhile, no stand-up glitch, no problem. Pikapals is moving straight into the final phase, and Mother Brain is soon to be no more.
All right, you guys know what that means. Go ahead and put your good games in chat to give Pikapals a good game because, well, he had one heck of a race.
That he certainly did, no doubt about it. And yep, deep fried brain for Pikapals, which means there is one thing left.
He has to escape.
Evacuate immediately.
Is he gonna save the animals?
Is he going true ending, or is he just going to, or is he thinking more of the race, thinking that Ivan might be right behind him?
Save the animals.
So that being said, chat, what's getting saved for Pikapals? The frames or the animals? Can't save both. It's the caveat.
He's escaping it pretty fast, so I wouldn't be surprised if he
Certainly
tries.
is.
Here's a weird question for you. Whenever you have the space jump on and then you have the screw attack on, does it feel like the screw attack is like heavy?
Not sure about that, but Pikapals is crossing the finish line with the win, moving on to 3-1 in the Swiss. Get your GGs in chat for our winner, Pikapals, who finished the race up with an official SRL time of 3 hours, 18 minutes, 12 seconds. Ivan just missed Baby Skip by that much. When I say that much, I really mean that much. He was that close.
I'm actually really impressed with Ivan because of everything that happened with him. He's still this close.
Absolutely. Ivan is one of the top runners in the community, and he can certainly make any margin that may have been at one point seem insignificant at the end of the day. But at this point, it was just too much to overcome, as it just took a little too long to find the morph ball, and that was the big difference.
Yep.
Maybe if he had found the mirror sooner, who knows? It is what it is, as they say.
I wonder if any of them are going to come in for an interview.
Good question. Looking for a Zebetite skip on Ivan's side. Having some
He's not gonna
trouble
get
with it, opting to reset the room. Takes an alternate route with a short charge. Nice.
He's gonna use all regular missiles to get her off of her machine.
Yep, to get her off her throne. And I know why, because super missiles will be faster by far when in this particular phase of the game. Now, even though it takes 60, 53 will get them most of the way.
Ganon's tower big key was on 20, not 21.
Well, the number's always been 1 through 22, and I was, well,
Oh, it's because they include the pedestal.
yep.
Then
And
you're right.
Ivan is finishing phase 1 with regular missiles.
And he's got a stand up. Oh, almost.
Yep. It's a tough trick to pull off, but just missed it by that much. And as we are wrapping up on Ivan's side, we are joined by our winner today, Pikapals. GG, that was a well-played race. That came down to be pretty close at the end.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, that was something, that's for sure.
What did you think of that seed?
The seed, honestly, it wasn't that bad. Like, it was just either one of us could have easily found the gravity suit and finished a ton earlier. So it was kind of just came down to who hit go mode first with where everything was.
What was more surprising about it was that Ivan was a little bit ahead of you for the longest time, but he decided to skip Goldwood's big chest, and for like 20 minutes or so, he was running around like crazy, like a chicken was at its head, trying to figure out where that morph ball was.
Yeah, that big chest is a bit silly sometimes. You're not usually used to going back to the dungeon after you've beaten the boss already.
Well, turned out to be quite the turning point. And Ivan actually never had to find the flute because he did a lava dive to get into Lower Norfair.
Yeah, I heard him mention that. Yeah, lava dive is one of those tricks that I haven't put any time into, so I have no idea how it works.
You actually did a pretty good race, though. I actually liked watching all your smooth, clean fights. Like your Agaham was really clean.
That was a double triple for Aga too. Is that your first one ever, or did you have a few others on the Link to the Past side?
It's probably not my first one. I've done a lot of these, so I'm pretty sure I've gotten double triples before. It's just pretty rare though, so it was really nice feeling or hitting that.
Absolutely, it always is.
It was a very interesting race. We thought for sure that once Ivan got stuff figured out and everything, he was going to catch up with you, and he did. He was just like maybe 5-10 minutes behind you.
Well, I can
But-
get you the finishing time for that right now, as Ivan has crossed the finish line to bring an end to this race. Get your GGs in chat, folks, for Ivan as he finishes with an official time of... Let me see here. 3 hours, 25 minutes, 24 seconds.
Yeah, I was definitely expecting Ivan to quickly catch up when it came to the Super Metroid side of things, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I had a feeling this was going to be a very close race, and it did not disappoint.
All right, let's see if we can get Ivan in here now to join us, and then we'll ask him a couple of questions. Hello, Ivan.
Hi,
How did you
GG
think
on
of the race?
seed.
I'm an idiot.
Hey, it happens to all of us.
Ivan, if you watch the retake of the video, you will hear my commentary, which is so ridiculous because I was going, Ivan, please, please.
No, I killed Moth and then I went to take a drink from my cup and I didn't even see that he gave me the big key. So I wasn't thinking. And then I went back in because I realized I didn't know what I got, and I paused and I saw it wasn't the map. So I knew the map was in that, or I thought the map was in that chest because in my head I just had the map and one other item, and so I thought maybe I got an item from Super Metroid and I just didn't see it, or maybe I got just a missile pack or something, and I just completely blew my mind. So
Other than that, it was a really good race. I mean, once you found the morph ball, you caught up pretty fast. But then you got delayed with the mirror down in Crockermire, and we were wondering, when is he gonna go up there? Wreck ship, he needs the hook shot, but he needs that mirror. Come on, mirror.
yeah, I knew I spent 15-20 minutes just wandering around aimlessly in A Link to the Past before I got Morph Ball, so I knew I was super far behind. So I figured I'd just lava dive and clear out Lauren Orphere while I could.
I was glad to see the lava dive because we got 3 things in the sea. We got Aga 1, we got the pedestal check, thanks to Pika, and then we got the lava dive, thanks to you. So thank you guys. I greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, and I was super close to breaking into Crockermire's area too after Lauren Orphere. I'm not sure why I didn't, because I knew at that point that Wreck Ship had my logical progression. I didn't know what was there. It was either speed, the shovel, the mirror, hook shot, I think.
Yeah, it turned out to be the hook shot.
Yeah, so I knew something was there that was blocking me out of everything, because I got hammer out of logic and that was speed locked. And I was just missing the mirror and hook shot at that point, I think.
What did you guys think about the gravity suit kind of being out of logic? I mean, you really had to go after the flute, but you had to get the speed booster to get the flute. And for you, Ivan, the flute was located in Criteria's tower.
Yeah, we talked about that in the channel after. I kind of I figured that Pikapals hadn't done lava dive, and I figured that getting late into the seed, I kind of figured that gravity was going to be go mode for him, which meant that he wasn't going to clear any of Meridia, which I full cleared. So I knew I was going to get hurt there, but I was just really hoping that flute was in a horrible location.
We were crossing our fingers it was underneath the digging. Because
yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping. Because
Yeah,
I went and read the pedestal, but
yeah, I kind of wish it was there because I checked that spot before heading back to Criteria Supers.
Yep, you did. We were kind of surprised too. You basically filled up the whole tracker sheet, which was kind of
Oh.
interesting.
I tried my best.
Well, you guys had amazing races. I was complimenting on how well you guys were doing, how surprising you guys did these so many tricks. Because honestly, I can't do them. I can play Super Metroid really well and Link to the Past really well, but those tricks, the lava dive, nope. So hats off to you guys. You guys are amazing players. And I'm probably gonna have to call it because I need to go eat something. So
Okay, so that was really one heck of a seed. Glad that for my first one commentating for the combo randomizer, this one was definitely a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to doing more in the future. But I'm also getting a bit on the hungry side myself. So any final thoughts from either of you, Ivan or Pikapals?
Not really. GG's Pikapals. Good luck for the rest of the tournament. And definitely thanks for doing commentary for this. Always appreciated.
you guys are welcome. You guys have a great evening. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and Pikapals, good luck with the rest of the tournament.
Good luck
Yeah,
to both of
thanks.
you the rest of the way as well. And it's always a pleasure to be able to do commentary, be it this or any of the other games that I commentate. It's always a privilege and a pleasure. So, with that being said, any final thoughts on the seed medley?
Nope. This was just a very fun seed, and I actually enjoyed it quite a bit.
That I did. I enjoyed it too. It certainly had its tricks. And it was, like you said, a lot of fun. But with that being said, it is time for us to get out of here because I'm also getting hungry. So, for my co-commentator, Medley, our tracker behind Revolving Ocelot, and everybody behind the scenes at Speed Gaming, also do not forget to follow our runners. They are very fantastic, definitely worth a follow, especially after today's performance. For everybody, Leslie Pro 4 saying good night, happy holidays.
Same here. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, all of the holidays. Have a good night, guys. See ya.